So, big news in the Hasbro Alta Fox kerfuffle. Not really big news, more of a denouement. Let's get into it. Just saw this article last night. The Hasbro shareholder vote has happened in regards to the stuff that Alta Fox was trying to do. They were trying to spin off Wizards of the Coast into its own separate company and somehow make an extra $100 a share. So Hasbro at the time when they were trying to do this, Alta Fox had claimed an extra $100 in share price value, which would have at the time put it from around $100 already up to $200 a share, somehow by taking their most profitable division and moving it into its own company. I'm not sure how that would work. No one's really sure how that would work. Alta Fox is sure of it. They have done this or something similar with businesses in the past, they claim. I've never really looked into it. I don't really understand a lot of this kind of inner workings for corporations and activist investors, but they failed in their bid to get the Hasbro board of directors to do what they wanted, and Hasbro claims that they won by a wide majority. I'm not really sure. I wasn't there. I didn't vote. I don't have shares of Hasbro. Alta Fox, I guess, was conciliatory and not really congratulatory. They mostly congratulated themselves. They had a list of points in which they claim some victory in moving Hasbro in a different direction, not the direction they wanted, because the brand blueprint is in effect. That's basically this idea of using the existing IPs that Hasbro has and spinning them off into all kinds of different products and movies, TV, games, toys, and having this whole approach of taking their IPs and mixing them around essentially and finding new avenues for revenue, and of course obviously Wizards of the Coast bringing in a lot of profit. So that the brand blueprint that was set up by the old CEO is not going anywhere, which is primarily what Alta Fox wanted to do. I guess secondarily, primarily they wanted to spin Wizards off into their own company. Two of their points were interesting in that they claim that directors recently bought Hasbro shares, and that was something that no director had, up until that point, bought Hasbro shares. I'm not really sure of that. I'm not sure if there's a way of knowing that. I don't know if these things are on public record. It may just be wording by Alta Fox, because one assumes that these directors get payouts proportionately in shares as bonuses, so they would have shares unless they're immediately selling them, and they're not specifically buying shares when this happens, so Alta Fox could be right about that. The other thing that was interesting, Alta Fox claims that their actions, changed, I guess, some of the plans within the company. One of which was having board members that or directors that have gaming experience. But Hasbro has already been adding executives, not necessarily board members, but executives with gaming experience. And the CEO of Hasbro, Chris Cox, was the CEO of Wizards, and prior to that had gaming experience in other companies. Microsoft Gaming being one of them, and the new CEO of Wizards, she also has gaming experience, and primarily in Microsoft Gaming. And the person that reports to her directly, he also has gaming experience in Microsoft Gaming and widely in other companies. So I don't know that maybe that is true that there aren't any board members with gaming experience, depending on how you define gaming. I didn't actually look into the board members and what their qualifications were. And is that necessary if they're hiring executives who are actually running things, who have gaming experience? I would think that that's enough, as long as the board members are hiring these people. One thinks they have confidence in them and are looking for that kind of qualifications, whether or not they fully, I don't know, understand the industry themselves. I don't know. And Alta Fox never really made this a big deal previously. They were mostly about spinning off Wizards and adding their own board members, and board members that were the main concern for them seemed to be board members who were not connected to the company, that were seen as being third party or neutrals, who could then take a, I guess, unbiased view of things. They didn't really tout their gaming experience. I never looked into that, whether those proposed board members had gaming experience, but I'm not really sure how important it is for the board to have gaming experience, but now there are 2 members of the board with gaming experience, apparently. So Alta Fox claims that's because of them. I don't really know. I think the board members that existed, the board that were running Hasbro up to this point, were very focused on gaming, specifically video gaming experience. I mean, tabletop gaming experience is a different animal, I guess, and really, the people with the most experience doing that are already at Wizards. So, there's Paizo, there's Kobold and stuff like that. There's other gaming companies that you could draw from, but those gaming companies are holding on to those executives for dear life because they also need them. So there's a lot of people out there with video gaming experience that could become executives. It's a smaller pool to draw from for tabletop gaming. And again, I don't remember Alta Fox ever really stressing this point. So the saga has ended, at least for now. So maybe this is the first chapter, the first book in a series, the first movie in a trilogy, or that's it. It's a one-off, and Alta Fox will never be heard from again, and Hasbro will go forward with the brand blueprint, or something else will happen. I don't know, but I guess I needed to film this because this seems like an end for now. So until next time, friends,